Hello, Manoj. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You can start now. It's been a while.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, all the
Okay,
best.
thank you very much. Today I'm going to talk about bug bounty hunting or bug hunting, which helps the beginners to learn the new things and which helps the beginner to grow from zero to hero. Let's start this today's session. You can see before we begin the session, I would like to say thanks to the Sanjeev and Cyber for All and the Cyber for All community members and all you one and all you people present here. Then, before we begin the session, let's remember one thing. You all people are not supposed to hack anything by just clicking 1, 2, 3 buttons. Like exactly, you can see hackertyper.net. You people see in movies some brute forcing attacks and graphical user interface was running like user interface running like some other structured queried program running like this. Even I'm just clicking the space bar only lol, even though it was running the program, so I don't know what is happening inside here. This is what the technique which is the programmers have already created to trick the users. Exactly, which is used on movies to get the pop-up like access granted or access denied like that. You can see, well, I did not get access tonight. Still, I'm just clicking shift. Yeah, you can see I'm just keep clicking the shift button at least 3 to 5 times. I'm getting the access to it. So this all these things are pranks. Don't believe the movies. Few things are really good stuffs which is explained on those movies. Like who am I? Using the Nmark tool to block the or shut down the whole power. You can watch. That is a really good movie. Who am I? Not a Jackie Chan movie. It is a hackers movie. It's really nice to watch. Then another website looks like this. It gives me the access granted user interface, which helps me to trigger the viewers. Like you people are not supposed to trigger it by this because you are all aware of the cybersecurity and ethical hacking. That's why you people here you are going to learn. So you are not supposed to trigger it with these methods. Then another one is the sheet prank. It helps to it is a Windows XP machine. You can exploit anything inside this one. It looks nice one. There is nothing special to show off. Let me quickly go to the slide, which is I have created for today's session. I'm just created a around 3 minutes slideshow using the Canva for this meeting or a session or anything else. Let's get started. Zero to Hero Guide by Manoj Kumar J. Even I hack the planet sometimes. Yeah, I have hacked the globe wide. Even I hacked the Science Institute, Global Association for Quality Management, Hack the Box, Ethically Reporting Bugs, uh, Competia, then Elan Security. These are leading certification providers like ethical hacking and cybersecurity labs and certification providers. Even I hacked them. I do have 100 and plus more Hall of the Fames and hacked 100 plus Fortune companies globally. So I can say I will hack the planet in an ethical manner only. Okay, so let's move on. Well, about me, echo who am I? Well, it is used to the echo some commands in the terminal, right? So I'm just echoing me. Yeah, uh, I'm a tutor, proctor, content creator, ethical hacker, pen tester, bug hunter. Even do you know why bug bounty hunting will help you to get many kind of job role? Let me explain it in further slides. Let's see how it is going to be. Ah, well, this is one of the posts which is posted by the hacker one in past years. Exactly, you can see the image. This is a census which is taken around the 70 plus countries. So what the hacker one trying to say is in this census, why hackers hacking, ethical hackers black attackers, white attackers, red attackers, or any kind of hackers, even script kitty. Yeah, lol, script kitty also a hacker, right? Someone said you people are not supposed to hack anything by just clicking 1, 2, 3 buttons, right? But someone says even it is possible to do it because well, there is a site called testfire.net which is hosted by the IBM for security purposes, checking the web application vulnerabilities. Okay, so someone said you people are not supposed to hack anything by just clicking 1, 2, 3 buttons, right? Even I said lol previously. At the same time, I'm going to turn my voice negatively, opposing my words, which is talked previously. I'm just going to search cross-site scripting attack in Google, XSS attack payload. Even I don't have any interest in typing it, man, because I would like to show the demo, right? I told that by just clicking two to three buttons, how can we hack anything? This is a OWASP, Open Web Application Security Pen Testing website or community. You can find many good stuffs in this website. You can learn some XSS bypasses techniques to bypass the firewalls and the intrusion detection prevention systems to execute the cross-site scripting attack, to obtain the sensitive cookies to take over their accounts, user accounts. Also, sometimes remote cross-site scripting leads to the remote code execution, evenly a zero vulnerability disclosed by me. But some people told that it was not possible to escalate remote code execution. Even I did not complete my exploit completely, so that I'm not supposed to oppose that words. Even I don't have any interest in opposing the zero-day vulnerabilities or disclosing that. Okay, you can see I said you can just use 2 to 3 buttons to hack anything, right? I just went to Google and copied cross-site scripting payload that is here. You can see, yeah, image shows JavaScript alert test 2. I'm just going to paste it in the search box. Okay, you can see what happens. Yeah, well, no results were found in the query, but the image was reflected on the user interface, which shows the testfire.net search.jsp question mark query is equal to onload executing the JavaScript query, which is the user provided on the search box or in the search query. Exactly, this is what happened. Even I would like to confirm it once. I would like to click the inspect element to see what the content security policy says in the back end or in the front end. Even we people are not supposed to see the nodes, React, those scripts in user interface because those are hidden. Even example, payment gateways are usually hidden programming codes, right? That codes are not visible in your or in my user interface. Without we getting the source code or remote code execution to obtain the complete source of the particular product that is you are going to hacking or hacked on. Okay, I'm just inspecting the element and looking the console. It is telling that JavaScript alert to net error. Okay, then I can also able to click the view page shows to check is there anything else. Yeah, you can see while I'm viewing the page source, there is a payload which is I provided was printed. Printed means it was P lesser than P. The lesser than was closed. No results are found for the query. Then the semicolon break space slash break slash. I think this is not a proper tag to close the break. I exactly don't know. Okay, it is not a big problem to know, man. Even some hackers do not know how to code, but they are hacking the things. But using the social engineering techniques, because the social engineering is one of the pen testing methodology, right? We are not supposed to say it is a bad thing because many companies asking for the social engineering penetration testing also. Okay, here the JavaScript was printed here in the source So I would like to escalate it further. How can I do it? We people are not supposed to copy paste anything or use the two to three buttons to hack anything. That's right. But sometimes it is possible by creating own payload. If you know something about it, you can do it. You can see Destroyer.net says one, which is one, which is I have provided the XSS payload. Even content security policy was bypassed. Previously, we got a broken image in this user interface, but now the reflected cross-site scripting was executed to the privileged users to the non-privileged users, which leads to account takeover by cookie stealing. Then few other techniques also possible, but some people are not accepting it. In my opinion, it is possible to escalate a remote code execution sometimes. You can see even I do not have the account, but it was firing on every window which is I'm opening. Even now I used 3 to 5 steps to hack it. It is a reflected cross-site scripting attack. Privileged user to non-privileged users, right? We can see Bugcrowd. It is a Bugcrowd. It's a great bug bounty platform, but not only Bugcrowd. There is a lot of bug bounty anti platforms are there. Let me show you in the upcoming slides. Now we found the reflected cross-site scripting, which is leads to account takeover. Well, maybe it will be a P1 bug. It should be take over the account. If you successfully take over the account, if you are not supposed to take over the account successfully, you are not supposed to get the P2 bug. Even now, here you can see server security misconfiguration, OAuth misconfig, account takeover. There is a only two account takeover options is available, but we get the P1 bug if you take over anyone's account. Authentication bypass, not this one. Exactly. Now we found a reflected cross-site scripting. You can see there is a lots of options and lots of vulnerabilities, lots of subsidiaries are there. We can able to find and report many things to get paid. So this is a P2 bug reflected XSS, which is privileged to non-privileged users. You can navigate this kind. You can navigate to the Bugcrowd and find some bugs here. I do even Bugcrowd will accept the bugs exactly considering the CVSS score. Even NVD and CVE has more severity comparing the Bugcrowd. They are accepting the bugs as per what you found. Example, if you found RXSS, reflected XSS means you can search for the CVSS score in NVD or CVE. Example, NVD means National Vulnerability Database, which will index the lots of vulnerabilities. We can able to find a lot of vulnerabilities and that CVSS score here. We are also able to publish our own innovative findings. If you found a good bug or a great bug, nice bug in any product, which is software or apps or any other thing else, you can ask for a disclosure responsibly and they will obey and allow you to disclose it and publish the common vulnerability exposure. You can see this is 2020. The CV is published in 2020. The CV ID number is 3599 for this particular bug, which is a vulnerability in the web-based management interface of Cisco Adaptive Security Appliances software could allow an unauthenticated remote to contact asset scripting attack against the user interface. Yeah, okay. This kind of method you can take over the account. There is a one of my LinkedIn friend who found and wrote a nice blog about finding and exploiting the reflected cross-site scripting. He's a Synac team member. He was alias called as Smilacker or anything. Yeah, really nice concept. You people can just Google it and write some write-ups to learn the new things. You can see the concept is here the actual query is after the equal to tag equal to he was just executing confirm and bracket inside the bracket he was typed smile hacker. Instead of you can type you hacker or something else, it will be printed exactly what you are typing here, so that the intrusion detection system or firewall exactly it was bypassed, filter bypassed, because hyphen double quat it was bypassed the web application firewall to obtain the reflected traffic scripting. That is the hidden truth. You can see maybe I'm not exactly telling these things which is I'm reading here. Even I just now found this thing while doing the Google search. You can see he got awarded 700 euros. Not only 700 euros, he got most of using the same technique. You can see hide all three unsanitized parameters of two of them used the notificate thing. So got 100 for Ash 7 and 100 for Ash 5 and Ash 6. Oh, cool. What are you telling that you are going to be getting awarded in euros? That really sounds good now. Yeah, similar conversations are happened here and escalations are happened, I think so on. Then I to pay for the bounty. Yeah, they did not accepted because he just found the classic scripting in seven endpoints, which is 700 euros. In the same program or another program, I don't know that stuff because I did not read this write up completely. Yeah, you can see then he was bypassing the prohibited string inputs. I as well I told that this hyphen single quote was bypassed the web application firewall to obtain the classic scripting attack. You people are not supposed to believe it. Yeah, sometimes it may happen. So security through the obscurity, we can say like that. Yeah, then let's see in end of the report. He was getting the document.domain and document.cookie. He was getting the cookie. Okay, he will take over the account by stealing the user's cookies. We are chaining together into the classic scripting attack to create more impact, much better than what are comparing now. You can see the final URL payload looks like this. In this case, our final payload looks like something this. Oh lord, it's not running. What happens? Let's see what is happening. Instead of stop using alert and prompt, you can also use confirm and write. It will on road write and it will on road confirm it was a classic scripting attack or not. It will on road fire the classic scripting. Definitely believe me. You are not only supposed to use, you can also use alert and prompt at the same time. There is another options which is write and confirm. We can use. Let's see, write you are hacked. What will be the output? Let's see. Oh, lol. I don't know what is happening on testfire.net JSP equal to script write. You are hacked script. It is not running on. Let's see what happens. Still it is not running on. Oh lol. You can see in this case, the write was not worked exactly to execute the proper reflected classic scripting attacking in this spot. I don't know what happens because I did not inspect it and I don't know. Even if you don't know something, you can just Google it. Even everyone may use the Google search to know this such a thing. Why? What I can search? You can just search exactly what you wants to know. Why onload write was not reflected the XSS attack. No, I don't know whether the thing will explain the stuff or not. We can just search it to know about it. Okay, this is what called open source content. You can learn anything from the open source. Yeah, I hope you are somewhat understand the classic scripting attack, and do you know how to about escalate it further, because the XSS write-up is here. It means there is a lot of open source content to learn. You can just Google search and learn, and you can do the exploit, and also you can learn if it is possible to do it. Also, I will share the open source and more open source content in the upcoming slides. Upcoming slides. Keep on watching. Okay, let me just going to close all these tabs. Even I don't have any interest in wasting all your people valuable time. Why do they hack? Okay, let's get into this part. 71.5% people do hack for the money. Yeah, money is important everywhere, right? Even during pandemic period, someone was donating huge dollars to the some other country. So money is everywhere, and it is necessary to survive in this country, our world. 65.9% people do hacking for challenge. Yeah, like if you have a bike, you will love to do the stunts like wheeling, stoppy. Similar that it is a challenge for the computer programmers and ethical hackers Yeah. Then build resume. 64.3% will do hacking for growing their skills much better than older to create a good resume to obtain or get a new good get a reputed job in reputed company. So they will be get paid also. Ah, then to have fun, 70.5%. Do you know these 70.5% people are global available, because even Script Kitty also hacking for a fun. He is willing to learn the new stuff, which is I'm just executed like that. But that is a fun for them, right? You have to learn the new thing. I hope you understand. Like that, the black attackers, Script Kitties will do hit hard any target sometimes. Even they are not supposed to identify or understand what they are doing on. That's why they are called as a script kitty. Then 50.8% do good. Do good means nothing but we can say cyber security as a social service provider. How I hope you people are aware of the Annai Teresa, right? Similar that she is a social servicer like that. Two people do cyber security service as a fee for securing the globe-wide people, globe-wide computer and software products and their networks. Then let's move on to the next slide. Let's see. Do you think cyber security is a single field under a single domain under a single job role? Not really. Let's see why. I'm just going to show one of the chart which shows kinds of cybersecurity job roles inside the cybersecurity domain or ethical hacking domain or hacking domain. All these words are meaning the same word, same thing. I hope you understand. You can see in this red color part is a penetration testing, which has social engineering infrastructure, white hat box, black hat box, black box applications, data centric risk, penetration test, and other things. Next to that, green color is cyber law and governance and other things. Next to that, threat intelligence. Next to that, security operations. And if you are a bug bounty hunter, what is the benefit? Do you know? As I said previously, let me explain these things in the upcoming slides. As of now, let me going to explain that. If you are a bug bounty hunter, what you will do is you will do pen testing on different targets like web, Android, software, iOS, network, and social. We can separate the domains inside this because we are hackers, right? Ethical hackers. We are not supposed to do the thing exactly what we have learned and what we have practiced. We keep modify the thing which is the payload or which is the content we have learned so that we will obtain something innovatively much better than older. Pen testing targets, like if you are pen testing these things, you are going to find huge vulnerabilities or small vulnerabilities in this kind of products. You can see in between these, they do have two types: internal infrastructure and external infrastructures. You can hit both of anything to get paid. You do hit both of the things during your pen testing and other cybersecurity job roles, which is insider threat or excider threat, like that. Internal infrastructure and external infrastructure. You are doing the bug bounty hunting, right? You can able to act as a pen tester as well. You can able to do white box testing. You can able to do white box testing. You can able to do application security and development related thing. Here is application development, which is secure development or endpoint security, or we can say anything. Then you can act as a risk advisor and risk assessmenter and security analyst. Even if you want to work in the cyber law and inside the governance, you have to know the cyber laws. You can do the certification or degree courses. Threat intelligence. You can also bug bounty hunters can also act as a threat intelligence in somewhat. If you have the practical experience in finding and exploiting the vulnerabilities, you can just go with doing the some other certification which is related to the your domain to improve your skill much better than older, so that you can able to act as a multiple job role holder. That's something fishy, right? Not a fishy. Sounds good. If you are a pen tester, you can able to do the vulnerability assessment and pen testing. Hmm, Detection and prevention, detection, production and prevention and recovery is nothing but uh, finding and exploiting and giving solution and responding to that particular founded bug and solving that and tracking it, updating it, keep tracking it. Similar process, so on, so on. So this is career development, another domain, not another domain, subdomain in inside the cybersecurity domain. A great example: SANS Institute, Learn Security, Global Association for Quality Management, Hack the Box, like that. uh, exactly, platform as a service providers, like labs. We people can do hacking on their labs. They are platform as a service providers, and bug bounty hunting, they are also platform as a service, but they are not selling the product. They are crowdsourced to do the bug bounties. Exactly, in the terms we can say. And yeah, exactly, I have completed all these things. Identify management and other social engineering and security engineering techniques are the cryptographics and other things. If you are doing the CH ethical hacker certificate, CH11 EC Council, you can just Google it. If you are doing EC Council Certified Ethical Hacker version 11 certificate, you can able to act all of these job roles. You somewhat need to have practical and theoretical experience to improve your skill. That's all. You can see there is a website or university or leading cybersecurity certification and education providers, that is EC Council, one of the best certification providers. You can just look for certificates and you can see certified ethical hacker and certified ethical hacker master. Just click CEH ANSI examination. This is 125 questions containing exam. It will be cost in India around $650 to $700 nowadays to obtain the CEH V11 and C plus master examination together. You can see the CEH specifications and features and other things are there. Malware reverse engineering, emerging attack enumerations, and Wi-Fi hacking, IoT hacking, cloud hacking, system hacking, and other things. And the tools and technologies and the bugs, what all they have, their what do have in their content. Those things are exposed here. Common job roles. Yeah, we are only looking for the job role here, right? That's why we people came here. You can just see how does the user interface looks like. Oh, yeah, looks nice. Yeah, okay. Then common job roles for CEH holder. Okay, mid-level information, cyber security, IT, cyber vulnerability, warning, information security, infosec, manual, senior, network, junior, security, SAC, network, solution architect. There is a plenty and multiple of job roles you are able to join after completing the CEH certificate. You are not a if you are a bug bounty hunter, you absolutely you can able to crack the CEH certificate easily. Yeah, I hope it will be a good. It is a good to see. That's why I would like to show here. I hope you, any one of you people will do the CEH or already made it the CEH. I hope. Let me just going to close this tab and move forward to other contents to quickly complete it. Okay, I hope you people understand the cybersecurity domain job roles. If you want, you can ask any questions after completing this slide. You can ask any questions absolutely. Let me continue the slide. Bug bounty. Okay. What is bug bounty? You can just read these things. Looks like green color on the earth, but this exact stuff is globe wide ethical hackers. Exactly. Example: white hat hacker, black hat hacker, red hat hacker. All other ethical hackers are invited to hack the particular company's product, which is software, internal or external product, network, anything else. If your finding is innovative and and good enough to fix, they will give some monetary award. That is called bug bounty. Not only getting monetary award is called bug bounty, getting even without getting reward, you can also able to report. Bug bounty has a two different types, which is responsible disclosure program will pay you the bounty. Exactly, bounty means money or anything. Or bug, you can say anything you want. Then, well, responsible disclosure programming and vulnerability disclosure program. VDP does not give you the amount. Sometimes they will pay. Vulnerability disclosure programs may pay. Then they do give you some gifts and swag, for example, stickers and t-shirts. So, in my opinion, you people are not supposed to do hacking for only gaining the money. In my opinion, I don't suggest you people to do the bug bounty hunting for gaining the money. Money is important, but you can earn one day. I don't want to be any wall in front of that while you are earning or learning new thing. I'm just saying that before you completely learning this stuff, you don't want to have any interest in gaining money. You just look for the innovative finding. If your finding is innovative, you are definitely going to be getting recognized by the people around and surround you. I will show you some other examples in the upcoming slides. Let's see. Yeah, hold on a moment. As well, I told that if you are a bug bounty hunter, you can able to act as a multiple job role holder, right? So that if you only hunt for money, you will only hunt for the particular bugs and particular things. You don't consider other things and other infrastructures and other informations. You don't care about the other things. You only focus on the money. If you are only focused, if you only think bug hunting is gaining money, you will only hunt for money. You are not supposed to hunt for the bug. So you people just erase everything. What you people have to erase now before we going inside the bug bounty hunting, you people have to erase. You people are not supposed to hack anything by just clicking 1 2 3 buttons in your computer or laptop keyboards. As an example, I have posted that code and showed, copy pasted, and performed reflected cache scripting because I know that stuff. I can able to do it, so I did. You are a beginners. If you are able to do it, you can do it. I don't say anything. If you are learning the new thing, you can learn the new stuff and practice it. Keep practicing, practice it, and it goes the way. Also, the cybersecurity domain is not only job roles, which is I have said previously. The domain is looks like a ocean, which is you people need to improve your skills and knowledge much better than older comparing yesterday to now, because every day the softwares and vulnerabilities are exposed a lot. So that we people are you people want to be secure. First you have to know what is the threat and how can you secure yourself, and how you people can create the awareness to others. And is that security and knowledge is free for everyone? Definitely no. Someone say no, but that's why we people, cyber for all people, here to provide the security and knowledge for free for everyone. And that's why this session was going on here. I hope you understand. Then let's move on to the further. At last, I'm trying to say again, you people don't hunt for only getting paid money. Just hunt for the true bugs and act as a real ethical hacker. I hope you understand. Let's move on. Yeah, something fishy here. Shall I get $1 billion for a single bug or flaw or vulnerability? You can say anything. Mm, in my first opinion, if I'm a beginner to the bug bounty, I say no. If I'm I have started ethical hacking and cybersecurity learning already, I say yes, because there is a program which will give you around $1 billion. Boom! You can see iCloud unauthorized access to iCloud account 1 million bounty. Boom, boom, boom. Lock screen bypass. User data extraction, unauthorized access sensitive data, kernel exploit, and other things. If you want to see exactly Apple Bug Bounty program, you can just type it in Google search. You will get somewhat this. Let me see. You will get the URL and just click that URL and read. You will be redirected. You can see 1 million, 2.5 million, 500 million, 1 billion, which is once. Yeah, it just looks like 1 billion. Am I wrong? Not really, right? 10 million equals to 1 billion, I think so on. I'm an Indian, right? So I will use Indian rupees conversion, but it is dollar. Looks huge amount. If any one of the person attending this session will got zero click kernel execution with persistent and kernel PAC bypass, you will get $1 billion as a monetized reward or bounty. You can say anything. That really sounds good now, but quite hard. If you don't want to only find this behavior as mentioned here, you can also find any 0-day attack or 0-day vulnerability in Apple. to get awarded a million or $1 billion. Everything depends upon you. Let's move on to the. Let's move on. You can see few other companies programs are there, bug bounty programs are there, and they will also pay good cost. Can see this is Microsoft bug bounty program. This is Google's bug bounty program. You can just Google it. Okay. Rather than these programs, is there any platform to do bug bounty hunting? If you are asking this question, that is good question because you don't know. There is a lot of hunting platforms out there. Few other people are know here in this meeting previously because they did the bug hunting or they did the certifications or previously they can hear in public social media posts. Let's go further and see what does it has. It has Bugcrowd, HackerOne, Shinak, SVAC, Copalt, Hackenproof, Integrity, Inspective, Yogasa, Zerocopter, Bugbounter. Then, do you people think the bug bounty hunting platforms are that's all? Or no? Or is there any other bug hunting platforms out there to go and look for the programs and look for the bugs and get, shall I report there and shall I get paid for bugs? Yeah, you people have many questions. Absolutely, it will be accepted if you have found an innovative finding which is not reported previously, so that you will be get monetized and recognized. Let's see, there is a few other platforms are also there, and I would like to show it here in front of you people. No, that is the bug bounty, open bug bounty, bug hunt, safe ads, Astra, hack trophy, and come on, what is next? Redstorm, Fast Factory, Detectify, Cyber Army, Coder Bounty, Bounty Source, Bug Bounty JP. Even though I did not completely listed out all the bug bounty platform which is in around and surround the world. Even there is a lot of program which is not listed in my slide. Example, there is a 0 day disclosure available. 0 day disclosure. I think so on which is I found it 6 months before. 0dayinitiatives.com. You can see there is a 0 day initiatives. What does it contains? Maybe this one or not or another site. I don't know exactly who we are with pro services. 0 day disclosures. It is a kind of a bug bounty platform which helps to publish the 0 day vulnerabilities to the community or in front of the globe. Exactly, I forgot that site, but I will provide the bug bounty hunting open source content link, which is GitHub contains that link. That particular link contains the exact all other bug hunting platforms names and other bugs details, how you people can found it and reproduce it, and other informations are also there. You can just check it out after ending the session, while I will just Google it for you people to show off the content. Let's move further. How to hunt or how can I find a valid bug and get paid? Speed. Everyone is looking forward to get the bug right because there is a plenty of bugs are there and they will pay plenty of dollars or high amount of dollars and payments for the founded vulnerabilities. So I would like to do it. I would like to earn it. Even everyone have the idea or love to do. So if you people wants to do the bug hunting and learn the new things, you can just use the open source Google search, which is has the great, which contains great indexed database around the globe, where content creators provided one, which helps you people to learn the new things. If you want to search for the vulnerabilities rather than Bacro BRT, you can look for OWASP vulnerabilities, OWASP top 10 mobile vulnerabilities, OWASP top 10 the publication penetration testing bugs and other bugs. Even you can search in exploit database and such other things are also there. I'm just enveloping the things which is the needful for the beginners to grow. Okay, let's go on. Let me show you. Hold on a moment. Okay, 5 phases of hacking. Account scanning, gaining access, maintaining access, clearing tracks. How information you are gathering, that information will contain some endpoints, that some endpoint has some vulnerability, so that you can escalate that particular endpoint to get reflected accesses or SQL injections to get paid amount. Account is a very important thing, which is the global some global few of the people will miss majorly in doing recon. That is also a open source content which is I would like to show in show in this slide in this session, which will help you people to learn the things. Example, Nagamsek Nagamsek videos, and go with Nagamsek videos. There's a plenty of good videos out there. Then the Cyber Mentor, Insider PhD, Stock, Stock Frederick. Then you people can go with Pradik Dabi, and then XSS Rat, Pradik Dabi. He is the cyber mentor exactly. The Pradik Dabi was already have meted the Heath Adams regarding the cyber mentor talks about pen testing, security, job certification, business interview, and resumes with Pradik Dabi. That's good to hear, right? He will also spread the good contents community where then Aditya Sande. If you people are, I said in my post, even you can learn the content freely, or you people can learn the things which is prayed by doing the some other ethical hacking and OSCP and similar certificates to improve your skills and improve your resumes much better than older to get the job roles or doing any other thing. So that if you want to do bug bounty hunting by paid learning, you can go with Actify Cybersecurity learning.actify cybersecurity something they will pay. See, they will teach some other good bugs and some other good recon details and flows, how they are supposed to get good bounties while doing recon or by doing recon. That's really great thing, right? She's the Siba Saikilwala or something, the founder of Actify Cybersecurity. You can see bug bounty crash course for $75 up to 29 courses, and same as posted bundle courses are there. What is the difference is comparing the paid learning and unpaid learning. You people will learn the new techniques and bypasses like filter evasions, bypassing firewalls, and other things by doing the paid learning. In open source content, what you people learn is already founded bug, complete report, and exploit reports, and other details are openly published, and those are indexed in the Google, so that you people can get the content and read and learn the things. I hope you understand. Then what is the Aditya Sende? Aditya Sende also teaching the bug bounty hunting. You can just go to his website home.congsec.io, which is Aditya Sende's website, I think so on. You can see he's a top 200 bug hunter in bug crowd among million above security researchers. So he's doing some freelance work. This is a Aditya Sende's startup company's website. Absolutely. This kind of bugs he is going to teach blind command injections and so there are many kind of injections which is really useful to find you the P1 bugs to get paid huge amounts. Even while he was speaking about the amounts during the session, he told that you don't care about the money. Then again, he was speaking the money. Why? It is not. It is money is important, but we people need to analyze the situation and other things. I hope you understand as an ethical actor. I don't know how much that he will cost for the bug bounty hunting programs. He just not mentioned it here. Okay, let's see. There is another person who is Sachin Gupta, cybersecurity expert, who will teach all background VRT, all background VRT complete works to you. You can check for cyberzone, some cyberzone ORG something, cyberzone ORG. You can contact him directly by using the LinkedIn, Twitter, or mail service providers or any other things. Oh lol, what happens? Cyber zone. Hold on a moment. I'm looking for the cyber zone, which is Sachin Gupta, cyber security provider, cyber security experts site. If I did not get, I'm so sorry. You can just get his contact in LinkedIn and Twitter. You can see co-founder. I think this person. Yeah, okay. You can go and navigate and find him in the LinkedIn. That's a great idea. Now I did not log in, so I am not supposed to. Yeah, he's came here. Here it is. He is a Sachin Gupta, cybersecurity expert. He will teach all the Backroad VRT bugs to you for only I think 10,000 rupees so on. You will earn a lot of money if you completely learned his techniques and tricks. Still, I did not listed more open source content. Even I use open source content to learn new things. As Bothra will show you some good tips for the doing Rakon. And still, this is access a strat. He will also give you some great contents to bypass the ticks. And Bug Bounty reports explained. This is a really good one, which will be helps you to understand the bug which is previously founded by global ethical hackers and get awarded huge dollars for that founded bugs. He will explain all the good stuff. Then bug bounty, you can also go with bug bounty reports. That is another channel. I think the same channel. I don't know. You can just use the open source to learn the good content. Even Actify Cybersecurity will teach you the good contents in the YouTube also. They are also using the Udemy. It is up to you. Everything upon learning, paid learning and unpaid learning, everything is upon you. I don't force you to do the paid learning and do the unpaid learning. It is everything depends upon your skill set and your knowledge and what you are willing to do it. I hope you understand. So proper hacking is there's a five phases of hacking. Do proper recon, do proper scan, and exploit the target, gain access, So for you need to know how to maintaining the access. After that, if your work is completely done while you are exiting the terminal or exiting the session, you need to do the main thing is clear your tracks, which will be easy to do the forensic analysis and obtain your network details or other stuffs which is you provided or used it with while after getting remote code execution. If you uploaded a file which is founded by the incident responder or malware analysis after your exiting session, he will try to identify your IP and some other information using that particular file which is uploaded by you, so on and so on and so on. And so it is important to do the clearing time part is really very important. If you want to know more about the phases of hacking, just Google it. Even because I don't want to waste your all your good time for explaining the theory parts here. Let's see further. Yeah, you can see in our starting stage, I have just showed the reflected cross-site scripting attack. I hope you understand that. Do you people know how much it will be give you the cost? Almost you will get the XSS attack payments. You can just normally search it. XSS attack payments. Well, let's see what kind of information we will get. Well, XSS vulnerability can cost 10,000 according to Google. Okay, it is not a bad information. Even I just typed XSS attack payments in the Google search box. I can able to see the things which is really good one. You can go to the bug bounty hunting platforms and check for the programs and look for the bugs and report the bugs. They will analyze and do triage paid reports if it is a false positive, if it is not a false positive. Just go to the programs and see the things which is already published in their platforms. And see the platforms loading on. Hold on a moment. Let's see what's happening on. Well, I don't know, is that my internet is slow? Okay. You can see there is a lot of programs which will offer multiple rewards and gifts up to $10,000, up to $5,000 per vulnerability, up to 10,000, 5,000, 20,000. You will get a lot of programs are there, but the main problem is you people are not supposed to find the good bug or nice bug or actual bug which will be gonna accepted. If you founded it, that's really awesome news which is going to hear in my ears, definitely. So that you people can find many programs by just using the Google search. This is what called Google docking or anything, or just Google searching, surfing, any methods. You can say any other methods. I'm just saying I'm just doing Google search. You can see this is HackerOne platform and go to the leaderboard or program directory. If you enter the leaderboard, you will see a lot of hackers, rank, and reputation points are there. The program was loading on because I just clicked the program button. You can see even the US government Department of Defense has announced the bug bounty platform. There is another platform, another program also was there once upon a server. I don't know if it was running on or not, which is the hack the Pentagon. Like that scenarios and our programs are also announced. So that you can click launch date to check for the recent uploaded programs to answer the bugs. You can see RTA, Zigo, Zebra, VDP. These three programs are vulnerability disclosure program does not pay you the monetary award. You can see bounty's minimum was nothing. Any you can see hyphen was given, so you are not supposed to pay. You can see other programs are having the bounty amount, so that program will award you bounty for accepted bugs. You can see Reddit. Reddit. I hope you all people hear the website which is Reddit called Reddit. It has the bug bounty program. in HackerOne, it pays up to the $10,000 for critical bug, which is P1 or critical. You can say anything. Yeah, good. Example of critical bug. What you say? You said cross-site scripting. We found the cross-site scripting. Okay, that is P2 bug. Even it was indexed as a P3 bug. Then how could you say, man, as it is P2 and P1? Because I can able to escalate the reflected cross-site scripting into the account takeover by cookie stealing. I told you, right? That is, and I showed the write-up of, yeah, my one of my LinkedIn friend who is Smile Hacker. Then I'm going to show you another proof of concept, which is my another friend Karthik Sharma something so on. He provided how to get hacked the some domain using the XSS payload, which is GraphQL and or something so on. I don't know which framework he was hit. Karthik Sharma Graph QL XSS. I'm just still you can see still I'm just doing the Google search, which is Google Darking or anything you can say. I'm using the Google search to get all these informations. Even experts can use the Google search to learn the new things if they are not aware of something that the particular stuff which is they are currently solving or involved on. If they want to research and do develop or solve that particular part, they will do analysis on Google search or ask help from others to solve that particular query which is faced by them. I hope you understand. Okay, here is the Karthik Sharma's write-up, which is warning your assignments. I think this is similar to the Google Classroom. LOL. Exploited the students. GraphQL endpoint was vulnerable to stored accesses. Good. 5 years old program reported 5 months ago. Then started looking into the had already 700 plus bugs has been reported. He was looking in he was looking 2 days the same program. Okay, then he wants to prove the prove the give the government ID, which is the government provider for confirmation. They are asked, I think so on. This is what mentioned like that only it is mentioned. Wait 2 weeks for the verification. Yeah, he just sent the documents to verify the site. After the site verifying his government issued document, after 2 weeks the site allowed him to access the website. I think so on. That is what is mentioned. Jackpot. Oh, I think he got something. CSRF, Fedor, XSS, CSRF. You people need to chain the bugs together to hit harder, much better than older to create more impact to get awarded or anything else. Here comes the XSS. Okay, finally, after CSRF, Fedor, multiple confusions, he was coming to the final exploit, which is using the cascade scripting. Okay, iframe source JavaScript prompt one, it was prompting one. Then what he did is, yeah, I showed you the source code analysis, which is user interface, exposed to user interface having source code analysis, right? It is not a complete source or code analysis we people did now because Node and React and other programs does not disclose every each and every building block functions. I mean, building block function is a program. It does not disclose this kind of programs. We will see some kind of configuration error scripts and some kind of JH scripts and some kind of sanitization scripts which is used. This kind of source code only we people able to see while doing this kind of bug bounty hunting. Okay, if you people have the complete permission to the to anti bugs on the program, they will provide you the complete source code with the credentials and every details. That is different view sense comparing now. So after viewing the source, he confirmed that the XSS was sent to the server. So it was possible to reflect and execute the XSS. So that he edited the payload as well what he was edited. Instead of prompt or alert, you use alert or inside the bracket documented cookie. The cookie will he will inject the server, external server inside this XSS or JavaScript payload to unload, execute the reversal or getting the cookies to the above proxy or Burp Suite or virtual hosted server to obtain or create more impact, much better than older. Let's see what he was did exactly. Exploited XSS, self stored. Okay, self stored XSS. Then Verb collaborator, yeah, I know. The server was used, external proxy server used to obtain the cookie. Yeah, he escalated the account takeover, iframe, JavaScript fetch. And here is the Burp collaborator link will get you the cookie value to your Burp, your lovely Burp shoot, which is provided by the Portswicker. XHTML request, HTTP request, it will get hyphen fetching the details to your Burp Suite. Here is the proof of concept which is provided by the Karthik Sharma. The cookie values are hidden by him because this is not a good thing to expose it. Okay, wow, he's laughing, not he's laughing, but he laughed. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because getting the bounty is not an easy thing nowadays, right? Not an easy thing. This finding a good bug is not an easy thing, and also getting paid is a really awesome one. I warmly appreciating him for finding this good one. I hope you people also like this read up. Even I'm just wasting time. Let me just quickly move forward. He got around $2,800 above for this book. As a bonus, he got $1,100. That's good to hear, right? Okay. This is what kind of escalation that you people need to perform after learning the things. If you people are already learned a few other things. Okay, you can see this is a hacker one, but bug bounty programs already hunted and fixed after the disclosed bug reports, titles, and that status and the bounty amount which is there, which is that particular program has been provided. I just taken screenshot and uploaded it here for show it in front of you people to understand the seriousness of the more impact or I would like to create some interest about you doing the hunting and finding bugs and getting paid around $20,000 for a single bug or $1 million. It is account takeover. Maybe you can chain together accesses and you can chain. You can take over any account by stealing the cookies via chaining. Oh lol, I'm just little bit. I would like to drink some water after this session. I would like to fresh up man because I'm just little bit bothering what I'm going to speak. I'm just slowly. Yeah, okay. Let's see. He was getting paid $20,000 almost for finding this only one critical bug. He was not found only one critical bug. He found many bugs and many amount was obtained. But yeah, single report was able to get him $20,000. That is the major thing. And information disclosure and other things. And capture the flags and other reports are also published in the hacker one. Can see a single person NiCad 100131 will program reported there are many bugs, remote code executions to information disclosure, multiple remote code execution, and arbitrary code execution, malformed map detail, text files, and etc. bugs. You can see he was get paid around $5,000 in one page. One page. Yeah, okay. Then you can see another one who got around $80,000, 10, 12, 20, 20, 20. What is happening, lol? Yeah, he was getting paid, lol. What do you want to happen? Do you want that money to transfer to your account? No, it's not possible. You have to earn yourself to learn this much of money, okay? I hope you understand. Let's move on. Yeah, there is a lot of reports. You can just go to the activity and find the things which is you people want. It's not easy thing. And again, I'm saying that you people try to escalate remote code execution. You will get failed multiple times, but don't give up. Try multiple times to execute the stuff which is you people want to do it now. Okay, let's see further. Hard work never fails. Absolutely, if you hit hard, you will earn some other day. Example, one of my LinkedIn friend who is, oh no, I think I just removed that LinkedIn address. Okay, let me just explain that. One of my LinkedIn friend who is hunting on integrity, he got almost 36 duplicates in the last week. After that, he's posting every duplicate details in the LinkedIn, and he got six to seven private programs invitations in integrity or on integrity to hunt more vulnerabilities. After getting 36 duplicates, so many people in Bucket also getting and hunting, getting paid and hunting more bugs, right? So you people don't care about the getting duplicates and unresolved things. You people only what you people want to do is you people have to only hunt for the true and persistent bugs which will be accepted and getting monetized to you. So you people only hunt for those bugs and hunt and report it. Yeah, the perspective changes everything because I hope you people heard about Ahmed Alabi or not. I don't know anything. The Buckroad Ash 1 hacker is today's new. Okay, Ash 1 hacker is today's new in Hacker 1 and Buckroad. Both the platform was he occupied as a Ash 1 rack hacker or bug bounty hunter. He is Eric no Eric something Eric. His name is Eric. It was loading on, you can see. But last year, a person who is named or called Ahmed Alabi started the bug bounty hunting or bug hunting. I did not know his name completely. I'm getting it. Yeah, he is Ahmed Alabi. He is Ash one ranker who is today's new Eric. Eric is Ash one hacker or bug bounty hunter globe wide in Buckroad and Hacker One. While he was doing 5 to 6 more years, he was joined on 2015, now 2021. So almost he's hunting for 6 more years. Absolutely. And he got much more achieved. You can see in Buckroad also he was the Ashwan anchor. He do have 40,000 plus reputation points. But what I'm trying to say is Ahmad Allawi was started the bug bounty hunting on 2019 after 2019 something, but now he do have security as 14th rank in HackerOne among global million security researchers. That's really nice to hear, right? 14th rank, not bad. I hope you people do have questions about it is worth to start hunt in 2021. It is always worth to start hunting 2021 because bug bounty hunting will help you to get many kind of job role and will help you to work in many kind of job role because the experience which is you people experienced during the hunting lifestyle. Okay, hold on a moment. I just closed the slide. Let me just reopen. At last in this session, let me show you the SQL injection, how to get the ASH1 or P1 critical bug, that is SQL injection. Let me show you in the demo lab. I already demonstrated the reflected cross-site scripting attack, which will help you to get up to the 100 to $1 million. It depends on the program and which you are going to find and report. Work hard never fails and think differently, innovatively good to find good bugs. Else you will get the duplicate and the error and false positive. I hope you understand. While we people hunting for works, lots of luck, what happens is not applicable, then no, it is out of scope, man. Why you are reporting the not reproducible bugs? Then it is already duplicate. 100 people report the broken authentication and session management. Do you want me to pay 100 times $100? Lol, what happens? It is a $1 billion, $1 million, similar to though or $10,000. Lol, this is not a proper way they can pay for the duplicates and not reproducible, not applicable bugs. Even they pay somewhat $50 to $100 for the accepted informational P5 bucks. That really sounds good to hear now. Even my one of the LinkedIn friend who I saw that he was getting awarded for some of the P5 bucks which is he founded. That really sounds good. Let's see further move on to the another part. You can pay and learn the knowledge and certifications and use the open source to learn and improve yourself as to year. As I said, I showed all the paid learning details, not all the paid learning sites and stuff. Somewhat I showed. Then let me show you somewhat the open source content. I also showed the two of the open source content, but now here is the complete cracking or good contents from zero to heroes content is here. Yeah, which is GitHub in GitHub repo, some of the great people, good people in ethical hacking and pen testing, they do have collected a lots of data which is founded and resolved, reported, probed among million security researchers. After that, they do have created the repo in GitHub and published it for new beginners and learners to learn the new thing. I hope you understand. You can just search for awesome but one in GitHub. Well, if you search for some bug bounty, you are getting many more links. Like you just don't want to mug up these things. I always don't suggest you people to do the mug up because you will forget one tag. You just what you need to do is you people need to learn the thing practically, not theoretically. Here is the bounty platforms and some other all the A to Z bug bounty programs are here. Private company programs. You can report it and get awarded. There is also disclosed programs, disclosed reports details are also there, getting started, write-ups and authors and other details. There is multiple repositories contains multiple different informations and exploits and learning stuffs to learn. You can see this is another write-up contains another list of bugs which is founded by the researchers. Lol, yeah, how many accesses, lol, how many accesses, RC, Daniel, checking, lol, you can learn everything here, lol, SQL injection to remote code execution, token authentication to tab mapping and click checking, everything listed here. This is what I called open source content to learn. Yeah, I hope you understand the contents. Then I told that let me show you the SQL injection. I told that I demonstrated the reflector accesses. Then let me show you another accesses. Okay, you can see in testfire.net there is a contact us form. Go to the contact us and click email online form. You can see there is a form, there is online banking form. It was asking me to give some information like name, email, subject and questions, right? Just click my name as a script alert one. I'm going to say you can alert me one if you are vulnerable. Okay, alert one if you are vulnerable. I'm just saying with alert one and I'm just leaving this information as a blank null value or anything else you can say. Just submit it. You can see test that not says fire test fire.net says one that is accesses attack. It was reflected the classic scripting attack. Another accesses on the same domain which is reflected one or stored or reflected. You can say anything else which is you love to say or like to say. You can see This is a username and password field which contains the SQL error. How can I say? I can try to bypass the SQL injections, data bypass the database to open the account by using the SQL injection payload to bypass the SQL injection and firewall and its firewalls. You can see I'm telling that or one equal to one. Like if you know about TLS and SSS, two-way and three-way handshake, this is similar to it. And asking that is this one or one equal to one? If yes, you can go to the dashboard. Username where one equal to one, you can go to the dashboard. This is what somewhat meaning like that. Okay, I'm just clicking. Boom. I did not log in. Lol, what's happened? No, no, no. I think this works previously, but I don't know what is happening on and why it was giving error. I don't know, man. No worries. Just be calm and look for other payloads. As I said previously, you people are not supposed to execute the thing which is you have learned exactly. You have to modify or create your own payloads to do your own exploit to get recognized and monetized as well. I can able to confirm that syntax error encountered one at one equal to one. Let me use multiple SQL injection payloads and try to brute force the login page. While doing the login page brute force attack for SQL injection attack, one of the payload will execute like a single code or a single code equal to single code. If yes, you can log into the dashboard. You can see what happens. Boom! Oh lol, what happens? I have logged in, yeah. Though lol, you can see I have logged in. Even I don't know what I am doing on. I just used my own payloads. Even I used the single quads to log in, right? Congratulations, you have pre-approved Alberta Gold is a credit card limit up to $10,000. So okay. There is a lot of ways and more bugs are there to hunt inside this. You can do your own practice. It is not a dangerous thing because this is a test domain. I have showed the live attacks which is reflected accesses and SQL injection will give you, which is the reflected accesses will be awarded as P3 and P2, and also if we escalate account takeover, it will be awarded as P1. And also I have showed the account takeover via SQL injection on login form, which will be awarded as P1 bug. Also you can extract the database while chaining, or you can use the SQL injection SQL map tool to extract the database. Yeah, that is what I try to say finally. Okay, let's move on. The open source content which is I have shared to you people. Push yourself much better than older to compare now. You people have learned few things, right? Learn few more things and push yourself further to get awarded. Hard work, okay? What specifically I try to find avoid the duplicates, the bugs which is not previously reported or exposed by some other one, so that you need to find something innovatively, but also that is a good one which one will be accepted by the company. So I will found all these attacks, which is injection, authentication, data exposures, and XML entities, broken access control, security misconfiguration, XSS, insecure visualizations, class search and resource sharing, but it has not awarded a good quality, but it's still a good one to know about it because it is one of the bugs. That's why you people are aware of it. And as the observed P1 bug remove as the means remote code execution, server side request forgery, class side request forgery, server side template injection, local file inclusion, and remote file inclusion, and SQL injection. There is a lot of few more good bugs to find. Okay, I'm just going to show you the tampering video. You people just watch this video completely. Okay, I don't tell anything. You people have to watch this video completely. Where is the video MP4? Oh no. Okay. You people watch this video. Just completing all other the informations. You can see it's just going to inject or tamper the data which is the user providing to the site. It means it is uploading something, it is uploading the data, I mean it is posting the details. Okay, he's capturing the request using his Burp Suite, lovely Burp Suite. Yeah, exactly. PayPal transaction, he was tampering, he was trying to tamper the stuff which is the post request. I think it is post, let's see. uh, in the WordPress site it is post, but the payment site is PayPal, so it is get request. The site was requesting something from that WordPress site, so you just say changed the amount and is just forwarding the edited request to the server and refreshing this browser. Let's see what's happened. Yeah, tampering technique used to buy the 50 or $40 valuable stuff for only $1. You can buy 1 billion rupees valuable product for only $1. This is looks like this is a data tampering, but it looks like payment manipulation or payment forgery, right? Sometimes it will be accepted as P2P one bug. It depends on the company and program which is you are reporting on. This is a mercantile.wordpress.com, right? So third party server was PayPal, so that he got some of the bounty for this proof of concept video and founded one, and also appreciated for this one. This is a HackerOne report which he is reported in HackerOne, and I just founded it for showing the impact of the data tampering technique. Also, which is here we can also perform the insecure direct object references and cross-site scripting and SQL injections. After getting the request in our proxy, we can try to escalate it, self-evasion it. Then let's go to the next slide. I hope we are going to end the session soon. Okay, now the report writing part. How does the report looks like? Okay, if you have a girlfriend, okay, you are a billionaire or millionaire. If you have a girlfriend, okay, how could you respect that girl, and how could you manage that girl? How much you can pay for her? How much cost she takes to back up and buying things and other stuffs, so that if you are not supposed to respect her, he will not supposed to live with you. Okay, he will just ask you to give the divorce and move on with some other guy to live together in the society. This is what the actual thing happening. So similar that you are a researcher and you are reporting the bugs to the triagers or application security engineers will review your report and tell you the exact stuff which is going to be happened or already happened. You need to respect the triager first, as well the triager will respect you. The next thing is how to write a good report. The report is really very important matter, which should contain description, impact, reproduction steps, proof of concepts, and solution. All the if your report has all these subtitles or parts, that looks like amazing and good. Even if you do your penetration testing certification, you are advised, you are only able to report in the given proper pen test report format only. If you are not supposed to report your report properly, you are not supposed to complete that certification. If you have passed that certification 100%, you can try if you want to test it, so that if you found a innovative new bug which is not previously reported by the some other one, okay, which is not founded or reported by some other one, that report will be validated and triaged as soon as possible. That will be resolved and you will be get awarded. So what you want to do is be respectful to others who is supporting and living surround and around you, and respect the community. What gives around, that will comes around as well. It is a boomerang. So what will you give around, that will comes around. So write a nice report, get triage. If you got a bounty, tag me in LinkedIn, Twitter, or any other social medias. I'm really happy to post a comment. Congratulations. I think my slides are completed and demonstrated the practical and theoretical things within the 2.48 minutes of slide. I think so on, but I don't know. You people are where connected or not, man. Okay, now you can tell me. Are you people there?
Thank you, Manoj.
Yeah, thank you.
So here we are ending today's session, and if there are any questions, we are up for them.
Yeah, now questions, Q&A, question and answer. You, if you people have any question, you can definitely ask. I don't hesitate to answer it, but you people, if you have any hesitation, just don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, okay. I think some other one going to ask. Yeah, rising hand. Who is raising the hand? Yeah, your question is Germany Smart. You can ask your question through the chat box, or also you can turn on your mic and speak. Everything is accepted. How to find excesses? That is a really good question. Do you want automated hunting or static manual automated hunting? You can just post your question in the chat box, which is I'm asked. I'm just going to do the Google search, which is really important for you people. Okay. Recon. I thought to show the Recon scripts. Recon Bug Bondi. King of Bug Bondi. There is a GitHub repo which is King of Bug Bondi. The author name is Afja. He will posted a great one-liner scripts to do your automation, automated recognitions and scanning. Not a scanning, recon. They do have multiple tools, multiple bug bounty tools. Also, there is a operating system was recently launched, Bug OS, which is having top bug bounty hunting tools. These kind of tools are there. Okay, you can see automating the vulnerabilities or automating your account to find the vulnerability steps, or go to the king of bug bounty tips, install all other tools, or install the bug bound OS, which is having the all other bug bounty tools. You can use one-liners similar to this, and you can modify your own one-liners to create and get more bugs in your coming days. Okay. Even Delphox was used to get the accesses. Hamas is there. Even JS subdomains, it will also extract you some kind of source code and will help you to find some other endpoints, which is containing .js endpoints. Then you find Git files and some other more manual hunting. Okay, Hold on a moment. There is a lot of onliners out there. I'm not supposed to explain all these things. Like even I have to work more about it. Even I'm using these one-liners, but not efficiently. I will do the manual hunting because while Rakan is after the okay, the basic thing is you people have to remember is if you have a public bounty target, first you have to do the manual hunting because automated hunting is not possible to get the true values. It will get false positive or true false values, right? So that manual hunting is always a great one to get the bugs so that we can escalate and find some other bugs. After that you people do the recon after manual hunting so that you can enumerate more endpoints to find more bugs, to get more awards and to get more common vulnerability exposes. I hope you people understand these one liners concept and you people use these things. Let me going to explain that manual accesses hunting as well. I showed that if you found a reflection while you are inserting your JavaScript or XSS payload in a server, website, domain, software, or anything else, if if that particular JavaScript or XSS script or payload that is reflected or not. And another thing is it was sent to the server or not. If it is sent to the server, it is possible to get the accesses. There is another manual automated hunting tool is accesses hunter. There is a accesses hunter tool available. You can just Google it and use your email to create account and login on. I'm just going to show you how to find a reflected or stored or DOM-based classic scripting with proper source code. Okay, I mean with proper source code mean where does that endpoint was vulnerable, it is DOM or not, and how it was reflected like that thing. Okay, you can see I do have the accesses on the user interface, right? Just create new account. I will create. I am I am global. Okay, I am global. I am global. What you do? I am globally do something else. You can give your own any name, and it's not mandatory to log in. Even I do not have role. How can I log in? Just create a phone. Now I'm just using my laptop. Even it is too sensitive mouses and touchpads, so that I do have little bit cracking problem. Okay, what name? I used Mickey J already. Then used Tony M Tony. Okay, I say I'm a M Tony. M Tong. Okay, M Tong. mton password. Can use any password which is you want to use. Okay, the email addresses in myself, I would like to use temporary email address. As far now, you can use your own mail or temp mail which is you people want to use. I don't know. Uh, the template will be receive the XSS script, DOM XSS script or not, but Gmail will receive the email from XSS Hunter. Let's see what is going to be happen. I'm just saying hacking.com, hacking, just naming it hacking, and I'm clicking move forward. Okay, okay, just sign up, click sign up. What does the user interface going to say? Invalid sign up information, domain already, okay, domain already taken. Jetx6, okay, something you can give any one of the name which is allowed to go further. The domain have huge database because a lot of hackers are there. Okay. And even everyone has their have created the name like similar to me. KLLK, anything else. Come on, lol. This is live session. What is going on else? Okay, will it was succeeded. I just named my domain as a filter because it was only available to name, and it has the bug. You can see I have directly redirected to the dashboard, right? This bug was called as a lack of email verification, and the site does not have a OAuth authentication. Yeah, I hope you understand. This is a bug which is directly redirecting to the dashboard. Even few of the domain wants to verify the email before giving the complete access to the dashboard, but few of the domains and companies does not want to verify the user's email address after or before giving access to the dashboard. Like similar to now, what happens? We just given the information, and without verification, we have directly redirected to the login page, right? That's what I'm telling. Yeah, you can see even I did not receive the mail. Okay, in payload session, go to the payload session. You can see there is a lot of payload available. Just I'm going to copy the last payload, okay, which is finding the manual accesses attack. Okay, can I get website links where we can practice? Sure, we will share you all the links once the session was ended and it was uploaded on the YouTube. If the Sanjeev was uploading it on the YouTube, he will attach more links which is you people want. You can ask it in chat box. He will post all the links which is you people are requesting. Okay, there is a site which is I used testifyer.net previously, right? I'm just going to testifyer.net after creating the account on accesses.hunter.com. I'm just going to input the payload in the search bar, which endpoint is vulnerable to reflect the classic scripting attack as well previously showed. Now I'm just going to click go, and you can see it was saying no results were found the query, but the same thing which is reflected in our starting time, we have escalated the reflected accesses after that, right? Still that same process I started again, which is I'm going to start it again means I'm started hunting again and trying to automate the manual. I'm just trying to automate the findings. Oh lol, I'm so sorry, my IP address was disclosed. Yeah, okay. It's not a big problem if my IP address disclosed. You can see I just used the XSS payload from the XSShunter.com in my target, which is vulnerable to execute the classic scripting, right? The query onload executed or ping synchronized my filter.xss.hd site, which is created by XSShunter.com. Okay, so that the it was a vulnerable to reflect. So that's why the XSS fires, in this XSS fires part, we are able to see it was vulnerable to XSS. You can see the corrected page contains okay, even the corrected page don't have any things, don't worry. The XSS firing part containing the payload, I don't know, not a payload, it shows it was vulnerable to classic scripting attack. You can see it takes a photo. Awesome, right? It was vulnerable. It is telling that it was able to reflect across its scripting. You can see, you can mail your report, delete the report, view full report, click view full report. You can see some details, which is the reflected user interface was taken the screenshot, but I did not ask you to take screenshot, right? You people watching this video, vulnerable URL also manually hunted, and if you are not manually hunting, blindly injecting payload using the XSS hunter, no worries, the XSS hunter will reflect and detect the reflected part, reflected or executed JavaScript endpoint. It will identify it and take a screenshot and create somewhat report looks like this, and you can escalate access attack further. I hope it looks like something good or innovative. The execution origin, the server is testfire.net. User IP address 49.21204.161.214 is my IP address. I think I did not use the proxies. Oh, hackers, bug bounty hunters, don't hack me. I'm a little bit panicked about you because you people are watching my IP and other stuff. Yeah, okay, no problem. If you do exploit it, I can just try to prevent it much better than older. And other details are referrer header, victim user agent, which is Mozilla Firefox. It will randomly use every user agent. Like Mozilla, Chrome, Android, and other iOS and other victim user agents to exploit it further. Also, the server will use multiple user agents to exploit it, because if you did not get a reflection in this in this header, this user agent, it will try to exploit in this user agent. If this is not vulnerable, run in Windows Mozilla. If not vulnerable, it will run on Linux Mozilla. Like that, there is a multiple ways to exploit it further while doing the manual hunting. While doing the manual hunting, if you are using the Burp Suite, really Burp Suite is a good tool used to escalate and find and run many kind of bugs and source coders inside that DOM. You can see the DOM endpoint. Even you people are not supposed to create the DOM endpoint direct object method where the payload was executed, but the accesshunter.com app will help you to create the DOM endpoint also. Con DOM direct object method program where thus it is vulnerable endpoint. Okay, let me see. Okay, it was just moving on. You people can just look into it. Okay, what happens? Okay. You can see there is multiple source codes. That this means it is not a source code. This is, we can say, building blocks, functions, programs, or any other word or term you can use. You can see the reflected part is here. It was printing the inside the div, inside the h1 means a name, I mean the size of the words. P means printing it. Break means that the statement was entered, but here not properly, the tags are closed and are not properly sanitized. This is what previously we got while doing the manual source code analysis, which is visible in user interface. I hope you understand. In the starting stage, I showed that something that the XSS payload was reflected in the source code. Here it is. The same thing which is the XSS Hunter tool was showing me, it is same as it is vulnerable, but I found it manually lol. Then why? Manually means manually by source code analysis and reviewing the source code, I can able to exploit it. Even though I can able to automate the manual finding. Somewhat sound is really different, right? Yeah, automating the manual finding is not a hard one, but you need to know the things which is exposed or previously used by some other one. That's right. Without knowing that, you are not supposed to use this tool, right? So that is what I'm trying to say. So the DOM direction is here. We found the XSS automated manual finding. Yeah, automated manual finding. Yeah, manual automated finding. You can say anything. Generate markdown, download DOM. You can also download the report and directly send it to the companies. This is a really great tool to find the manual automated accesses, right? Can see. Then we can escalate it further. I hope you people know how to escalate it further accesses. You need to use multiple payloads until getting the accesses. You can see content security by policy bypass to reflect the broken image, so that I will use another accesses script to perform the reflected cross-site scripting or cross-site scripting attack, and using multiple payloads, and after trying multiple times, at last I will attain, or I will find the reflected accesses as well. Now you can see the Access Hunter also send you the mail records what you found, the reflector origin, direct object method, where was that particular accesses payload was injected on. Every kind of information is there. Really lol. You can see with an image. Output, we want everything user interface like this phone, right? If all we people have photographic mindset, so we love to visualize the things, comparing the codings and encryption. You like the video and images. I hope. Yeah, that's all. I used access under and other details. Let me going to check what about your people response. Yeah, folks, Who is that hack? Jayamani Smart. Are you there? Yeah, is there? Jayamani Smart is there. Yeah, okay. Do you understand? Thank you so much. You are most welcome, man. That sounds good here. That sounds really good to hear from you. Okay. Do you people have any other further questions? Don't hesitate to ask it, man. Ask it as soon as possible. Well, I'm looking forward to answer it. Yeah, Mr. Sanjay. Sanjeev.
Yes, Mahesh. Hello.
Yeah. Is there anything else would you like to convey to the people or participants?
Yeah, for now, I've just shared the feedback link for this session. So if any members is having any queries, so that they can put their queries in there for the feedback form. And moving on, I would like to request Rusab for delivering the ending session. Hello, Rusab.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I'm there.
Yeah,
All the
Rusab.
participants are requested to give their valuable feedbacks, which is shared in the chat box, so that we can improve ourselves and do much more better in the next time. Once again, thank you, Manoj Kumar, for such a great session, and thank you all participants for your involvement in making this talk successful. Hope everyone enjoyed this session. See you in the next weekly Sharja. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all you people who are supporting this session and participating it here. I hope you will find some great thing in the upcoming days, and all wish you people to get the good findings and good monetized awards in the upcoming days. Good luck. Absolutely happy hacking to all you people. Do the great stuff.